I was paying $673.18 in just subscriptions. That's over $8,000 a year. Last week, I canceled all of them because recently I discovered that anybody can build whatever software they need without writing any code using AI, all in a couple of hours. I've built my own tool to manage all of my leads. I built a custom journal application for myself. I even built my wife a custom pregnancy app to track her nutrition, all just by speaking plain English into Claude Code and having it build it for me. But in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how I'm now saving over $8,000 a year by building my own software with AI. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to build any app you want so you never have to pay for another subscription again. The fact that you don't have to pay for software anymore is pretty insane because this all started from me needing ideas for this YouTube channel that you're watching right now. I don't want to have to spend several hours scrolling through YouTube, looking at different channels, trying to get ideas for videos, and probably getting distracted while I'm looking for ideas. And so there are tools that make this a lot easier, like TubeBuddy. And they give you all sorts of neat features, and they promise you 80% more views per video and 10 times faster than manual. And they have YouTube SEO and all these cool fancy features to make growing your channel supposedly easier. But they charge you, and of course they do, fair enough. But their cheapest plan for monthly is $15 a month or $180 a year, right? If you want some of these other features, you're paying twice as much, around $400 a year. Now, there's another one called VidIQ, and it's the same thing. I did a trial, and now they want to charge me $20 a month just to unlock this and get access to the features again. So I figured, why pay for this when I can build the same exact thing in Claude Code? So I introduce you to YouTube Trend Hunter. And this is my rough draft of my own personal TubeBuddy or VidIQ. But this makes it incredibly easy to get ideas for my YouTube videos specific to my niche. This costs me pretty much next to nothing to build. It's free every month. I don't pay a subscription to this. And it has everything I need in one place. And I built this in just a couple of hours with Claude Code. And so you can see here, I have ideas in my niche, and this refresh, I can go ahead and refresh this right now, and it might change, it might not, but it tells me, okay, so it refreshed. That means this video is getting more views per hour, the most views per hour right now at 3.3 thousand views per hour. So you can see, I can see all of the stats. I can save this to my ideas if I want. I can open up the actual video and go watch it. And I can see the keyword, why this video is popping up. Now, this video is not totally relevant to me, so this is just a matter of me switching up the keywords. But I can get plenty of ideas here for my YouTube videos, custom to me, all for free, and I built this myself. So, and I can see real time what's happening. So this was just posted 10 hours ago. And so not only can I get ideas, but I can see real time what ideas are trending. Now, other than that, I also have a Reddit section over here that I don't believe TubeBuddy or VidIQ offers. And this is why this is so cool to build your own custom software, because you can add whatever feature you want without having to pay more. I could add Reddit, I could add X, I could add whatever stream of information or whatever platform I want to get ideas. And so I also have Reddit here, and I have different Reddits, and I can get real-time ideas 3 hours ago, 11 hours ago, 3 hours ago from Reddit as well. Now, it's pretty basic right now because this is just a rough draft. But if I scroll to the bottom here, I can even save ideas. I can add a new idea. I can see my saved video ideas. And I can even edit my keywords. So let's say cursor isn't doing too well, and maybe it's giving me some irrelevant videos. I can go ahead and remove that word if I want to. And then Reddit, I can add keywords. I can add subreddits. And then I have this trending discovery page here, which I'm not quite sure what it does yet. And then I get this daily trend report. So how the heck did I build my own TubeBuddy or VidIQ that's completely free, customized to how I want, without coding whatsoever? Again, I simply told Claude what I wanted it to build, and then it just asked me for a couple of simple things. So we just needed the YouTube API key and the Reddit API key. And this allows us to get data directly from YouTube and Reddit. And so if you just Google YouTube Data API v3, Google actually gives you YouTube API access completely for free. And so you grab an API key from here, and then you go and grab an API key again for free from Reddit. And I ask Claude Code, hey, put me a little section in the settings where I can add these API keys. I go to settings, I throw in my API keys, I save it, and now I have a fully functional application pulling in real data. Now I'm going to show you exactly how easy this is by adding some more cool features to my own application and make this an even better software. So we're going to add stuff like a custom AI agent that analyzes the trends and gives us the most viral opportunities to make videos on right now. We can even go to TubeBuddy, and we can just see what features they have and add these to our own applications just by telling Claude to add them. And by the end of this video, we're going to take my simple YouTube Trend Hunter app from this to this. Now, here's Claude Code. And if you've never used this before, Claude Code is an AI coding tool that lives in the terminal. Now, if that sounds scary, don't worry, because again, I'm not technical, I'm not a developer, and I get by just fine. Because all you have to do is just type to Claude like you would any other AI tool. And so I could literally tell it to open this up and tell it to build me a software to track my workouts, and it will do just that. But if you want a more in-depth tutorial on Claude Code, I made a Claude Code masterclass that shows you everything from A to Z, from how to set it up to how to build your own applications. So if you want that video, I'll put the link down in the description. But for the sake of time, in this video, I'm going to get right to it. So you can see here that we're already in my YouTube Trend Hunter project. And so I could literally tell Claude right now to add a feature, and it will know exactly what we're working on and add a feature to my application. But I want to show you my Claude MD file real quick. And if you don't know what a Claude MD file, this is basically the map or the compass. So Claude knows exactly what to build. And so this has everything like our project requirements, the features that we want, the different colors that we want, how to set up and install it. Basically, here is the complete guide to building this application. Now, real quick, I also built this with Claude. I did not create this thing myself. I just told Claude, here's what I want. Create me a Claude MD file. It saves the Claude MD file, and then we start building. Now, this is important to do because Claude can sometimes get off track if you don't have a Claude MD file. So this basically just keeps Claude grounded and is a good reminder of what we're building so it doesn't lose focus and start to build something else. Now, real quick, I actually put together a super in-depth guide on how to do this, how to get started with Claude Code, how to build your first application, how to clone any application you want so you can cancel your subscriptions, and even custom prompts you can use to completely plug and play and build stuff like a CRM system, a habit tracker, etc. I also included my Claude MD file for my YouTube Trend Hunter. So if you just scroll to the bottom here, you can literally just copy this. You can go back to your terminal and you could just tell Claude, create a Claude MD file with these requirements, and then paste that Claude MD file from the guide. Now, this is completely free. So if you want this guide, it's a link in the description below. Go and click the link and I'll send it to you for free. But again, it has everything you need to get started. So I'm going to start really simple and just add a light mode feature to this application just to show you how easy this is. And by the end, we'll get to more advanced stuff like adding an AI agent and AI insights. So all I have to do is go back to Claude and I can say, add a switch at the top menu bar that allows me to switch the application to light mode. And that's literally all I have to say. Now, I held Shift and pressed Tab twice to put Claude into plan mode. So what Claude is going to do is it's going to create a plan of how it's going to do this and what I want it to do. And then if I like it, I can go ahead and approve its plan and Claude will start coding. So here's Claude's plan. Add light mode, dark mode, toggle, how it's going to do it, what it's going to do. Pretty straightforward. And so simple enough, we're just going to go ahead and put yes and auto accept edits and let Claude do its thing. Okay, Claude is finished. So let's go ahead and check out our application and refresh it just to see if it was able to do it. Okay. Yeah. Nice. It looks like it automatically switched to light mode here. Yeah, and it looks pretty good. I am happy with this. Let's go ahead and see if I click this and it does switch back to dark mode. Okay, pretty easy. I mean, simple enough. Light mode, dark mode. But just want to demonstrate how freaking simple this is. That took Claude probably 60, 70 seconds to do that and implement this feature. So let's do something a little bit more advanced now. So let me actually go to TubeBuddy and just find one of their features and tell Claude to copy it. So let me just go to, actually, let me go to features here. Channel Insights, Niche Leaderboard, Titled Generator. Let me see Channel Insights. Okay, this is a relatively simple feature, but a little bit more advanced than our light mode. So let's go ahead and implement this. Now I'm actually going to copy this URL of this specific feature. I'm going to go back to Claude Code and I'm going to bring up a tool called AquaVoice that allows me just to directly speak into Claude Code so I don't have to type. Now, I find this incredibly helpful. I'm not an affiliate or anything. I'm not getting paid, but I prefer to speak all of my prompts because they do get pretty long sometimes. Let's add a new feature called Channel Insights. Now, I'm going to provide you a link and I would like you to scan this link and see everything included in this Channel Insight feature from TubeBuddy. I would basically like to copy this feature. So we should have different things like a niche leaderboard, data-driven insights such as 30-day views, lifetime views, 30-day videos, lifetime videos, and a channel growth benchmark, as well as a optimizing, I don't need that feature. So scan this link that I'm going to provide to you and propose a plan with all of the features that you'll add. I would like to be able to log in directly with my YouTube account and connect it directly to the app to get these insights. And now I am going to paste that link as well from TubeBuddy, and we will put Claude into plan mode. It's taking a second to go into plan mode. Okay, there we go. So we can see that Claude can actually fetch the content from the link that I provided, and it's scanning TubeBuddy to just basically copy the feature. So here's Claude's plan. So it says based on the TubeBuddy channel insights analysis. So it did go ahead and scan that link that we provided. It will add performance metric panel, 30-day views, subscriber count, etc., growth visualization, a niche leaderboard, channel growth benchmarks, competitor analysis. So basically is just going to clone that feature from TubeBuddy and we don't have to pay for it. So there's going to be a couple of things that we have to provide. So some more API keys, which we will easily do. And yeah, we'll go ahead and let Claude build this and then provide the API keys when Claude prompts us to. You can see that Claude is now finished and implemented the features we asked for, along with giving us some instructions on how to set this up by getting our API keys from Google, which we will do. But I just want to look at the application real quick and see if it looks any different. Okay, right away, I can see we now have this Channel Insights tab up here in the menu bar. So pretty cool. I think everything else looks the same. Yeah, everything else looks the same other than that. But we now have this Channel Insights tab where we can sign in with Google. So let's go get our API keys right now so we can set this up, because right now I'm sure it probably won't work. Yeah, please set up your Google Client ID in settings first. And it does provide me with a little spot here in settings to provide that. So let's go grab that. So Claude wants us to set up the YouTube Data API v3, which we already do have set up, and YouTube Analytics. So let me go back here and just type in YouTube Analytics. YouTube Analytics API, and we will go ahead and enable that and grab our API key. Now to enable this, we'll just go to credentials, create credentials, API keys. Okay, now we will go and create that OAuth ID. So credentials, create credentials, OAuth client ID, application type, web application. We'll just call this YouTube Trend Hunter. And then we're going to go ahead and create this. And once we do, then I am going to grab the Google Client ID, and we're going to put it right in here. Yeah, so I keep putting my client ID in here and I save it, but as soon as I go and try to sign in, it says put in your client ID, then brings me back with an empty field. So to debug this, super easy. We're just going to go ahead and screenshot this page. Oh, screenshot this page, and then we will bring it back into Claude Code. And I keep putting the client ID in the field, but it still won't let me sign in. Keeps giving me this error message then resetting my client ID, and paste that screenshot in there. Okay, this Google sign-in should be working now, so let's go ahead and try it out. Now, we did successfully get signed in, but as you can see, the UI is quite ugly. So there are just a couple of things that we need to fix, and some of the data is accurate and some is not, and I'm not quite sure why. So it's bringing my channel, but the image is not loading. So we'll ask Claude to fix that. For some reason, this is my email, so I'm not sure why it's bringing in my email username. This is my channel username. I do have a sign out button if I want. Now, this is accurate. I believe this is accurate, but this is not. I've definitely uploaded way more videos in the past 30 days. These two are accurate, but then this is not. I verifiably much more watch hours than that. So I'm not sure why some information is accurate and some is not. Obviously, we're going to have to fix this graph because this is massive. And then we even got this niche leaderboard here for AI coding, which, you know, I'll take that with a grain of salt that I'm number 4 for AI coding. Let's try this competitor analysis real quick and see if that works. Okay, so I just searched Claude Code and Patrick Ellis popped up. So I'm just going to take his channel URL and we're going to go back to my app. I'll throw his channel in here and let's see what happens. Okay, so this is definitely inaccurate. This says he has, I don't even know what that is, well over 1 million subs. So I don't know. It's a little bit wonky here, so we're definitely going to have to fix it. So I'm going to back to Claude real quick and fix this. Okay, so we're just going to fix the UI first. So I just took some screenshots, then we'll deal with the inaccurate information. So took a couple screenshots. I'm going to paste them in here. We'll turn on plan mode. And I'm just going to say, right now, the UI for the channel insights page is quite ugly and hard to navigate. The graph is much too big. None of the images are loading for the profiles, so make sure that the channel images load correctly. And let's just take an overall better design approach. Let's make the entire thing look like it was designed by Apple. So let's use white modals with modern fonts. Let's use subtle gradients and beautiful shadows behind each modal. Let's color code the numbers. So let's make each of the modals like 30-day views, lifetime views, 30-day videos. Let's make them in each beautiful, soft pastel color so I can easily identify them. And overall, let's resize all of the elements to fit better on the page and just make the whole thing look like it was designed by a professional designer at Apple. To give me a good user experience. Okay, that was not the best prompt, I'll be honest. I wasn't like super specific, but let's see if I can get away with just saying, hey, design this like somebody at Apple designed it, and I'll paste that. Okay, it definitely looks a little bit better, but it for sure still needs some work. I don't know why it's still not pulling in my profile picture, so I'll have to fix that. It's getting my channel name wrong. This looks a little bit better for sure, but again, this information is even worse than before. So it's saying we only have 5 videos now, 134 subscribers. That's wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. The only thing that's right now is the 30-day views. So we will have to fix that. And then I don't even understand what this graph is. I have no context for what this graph is, and still have this. I guess it looks slightly better, but let's go back to the drawing board and make some changes. I am not happy with the current design. It does not look good. Also, you need to bring in the actual channel images. The channel image is wrong. I'm not sure why you're using a placeholder, and my channel name is wrong as well as the niche leaderboard at the bottom. You need to bring in their channel images. If there's anything you need from me, like another API key to do this, let me know. But now for the styling, let's just copy the trend tracker page that you have already created. So let's just mimic the styling from this page so everything is cohesive. Also, the padding on the left and right side needs to be substantially increased, as the elements are each pushing to the very edge of this page and it does not look good. Also, feel free to put elements next to each other in the same row, like the niche leaderboard and the channel growth over time. They do not need to have their own row, and we can put multiple columns in these rows to make it look better and more compact. So make sure you accurately bring in my channel name, my channel profile picture, the profile pictures of all the competing channels, and mimic the design style of the trend tracker page, as well as increase the left and right padding. Okay, our channel insights page should be completed, so let's check it out. Yeah, looks much better. My channel name is being pulled in. My profile picture is being pulled in. These stats from my channel do look accurate, I would say. We got a chart here and a leaderboard. What is this? Growth trajectory estimated. Okay, I don't know exactly what that means, but pretty cool. And then we got this little niche leaderboard here for AI coding. And yes, these are real channels in my niche. So with just a couple of prompts, we copied over that feature from TubeBuddy. Now, I'm sure we could refine this and make this a lot more comprehensive in depth with just a couple more prompts, but I'm okay with this now. Now, the beauty of building your own software is you can continually work on it as you go. Let's say I don't like something, I can always remove it or add more features in the future. The beauty is that it's totally custom to you and your workflow. But now I want to incorporate some actual AI features. I want to incorporate a little chatbot that basically gives us daily recommendations, insights, and uses AI to scan the data and to basically optimize our ideas for what's trending. So let's do that right now. Okay, so I'm just going to bring up Aqua Voice and say, now let's add another feature that is an AI chat companion on the bottom right. And this AI's entire job is to grow my channel, is to be my growth companion. And so it is trained specifically and prompted specifically to grow my channel in my niche. And it gives me important insights. It analyzes, trending ideas and tells me how I can adopt them to my channel. It spots opportunities and alerts me when it thinks I need to make videos. It can give me growth reports and growth stats. It makes professional recommendations as a YouTube content, such as how many videos to post or how to optimize my titles. And its entire job is to be my companion in growing my channel and feeding me trending ideas based off the data that we receive from the YouTube API. Okay, now I'm just going to give my OpenAI API key right now. I'll just throw it in at the end of this chat because I don't want to, I just don't want to have to do it later. So I'm going to Google OpenAI Playground, and this is where you can grab your OpenAI API keys. So if you don't have an account already, you'll have to make an account probably. But, okay, why is that not loading? Okay, so it looks like OpenAI is having an issue literally with their API function right now. So we're going to see if I can grab this API key. So I actually have old projects where I do use OpenAI API keys. So I'm just going to go grab my API key from an old project that I have saved. All right, we now have this little chat bubble here in the bottom right. Let me click that. And yeah, looks how I would imagine. Growth AI Companion ready. I'm here to help you grow your Claude Code channel. I can analyze trending data, blah, blah, blah. And then I got some like quick actions here. So we're going to test if this is actually OpenAI. Now, because they're having issues, hopefully this works right now. So we even have these quick actions right here. So let me just click on these and see what happens. AI is thinking. Apologies, but as of now, you haven't provided any trending data for me to analyze. Could you please provide current YouTube trends? Okay, so I believe this is OpenAI's API. It looks like ChatGPT responses. And let's see what happens. I don't know why my chat bubbles are not showing up in the chat. Oh, okay, so it did give me some ideas. As an AI, I regret to inform you that I don't have real-time trend data. However, based on general AI coding trends, here are some hypothetical video title ideas. Mastering Claude Code in 10 minutes, the ultimate guide. Yeah, so this looks like basically generic ChatGPT responses. If I were just to go into ChatGPT and ask it for video ideas. So this is not what I'm looking for. I actually want it to be trained on all of this information right here. So like these trending videos, trending posts. And so I'm going to go back to Claude and tell it, hey, it's giving me generic responses right now. I want it to actually be trained on the data that we're getting from the YouTube API. And also my responses are not showing up. So I would like my responses to show up as well. So I'm going to go ahead and screenshot this response right here. And we'll go back to Claude Code. And I'm going to paste this and just say, right now the chat is giving me generic responses. It doesn't seem that it's actually using the data that we're getting from YouTube's API. I would like this AI companion to be able to analyze and see all of the data that's being loaded from YouTube's API, such as our YouTube trends, Reddit hot posts. It should basically be able to see all this trending content, distill it, analyze it, and decide what we should make a video on. Also, I'm unable to see my responses in the chat, and I need to be able to see my responses, so fix this. That should be fixed, so let's go back and I'll refresh this. And we'll load up the chat. And I will just put analyze trends again. Okay, still not showing my message for some reason. But let's see if it returns us a message based on the actual data that we're getting from the YouTube API. And because it's taking a little bit longer to think here, hopefully it is. Let's see. Nice. Okay, let's see. Let's see if this is real. Urgent, Anthropic's new code review agent. Full or open source workflow by Patrick Ellis. Nice. Yeah, so that is an actual video. This topic is highly relevant to your channel and viewers would be interested in a response video. Video idea, Claude Code's response to Anthropic's new code review agent, a deep dive. Well, Claude Code is built by Anthropic, so Claude Code responding to Anthropic wouldn't make much sense, but we're making progress here. 2, how I built a 1.4 million month AI app at age 18. AI apps are a hot topic that aligns well with your Claude Code content. Video idea, how to build your own profitable AI app with Claude Code. That is actually a good idea. 3, based on Reddit discussions, an algorithm combined with a binary heap. This post is very popular and gaining momentum quickly. Video idea, implementing a algorithm with a binary heap in Claude Code. Don't exactly know what that means, but you get the point. So we are actually returning responses now based off of our trending data. So this is incredibly useful because now I can just come up here, say analyze the trends, give me some ideas. This needs work as far as the formatting. I would probably format this so it's a little bit easier to read, but definitely progress. So now we have a full AI agent growth companion that is using the actual data that's being trained on the actual data that we're pulling in from the YouTube API. And I can quickly come over here and ask it for ideas. Now, of course, I can refine this. I can make the formatting a little bit easier to read and add some more diversity as far as the responses. And I'm pretty happy with this application right now. I mean, we have a page that tells us trending ideas and what's being viewed right now, the most viewed per video every hour. We have all these trending posts coming in from Reddit. I have the ability to check velocity of any idea, save video ideas, add keywords, edit subreddits, and now we have the ability to see our channel insights, how much we've been growing over the past 30 days, our lifetime views, We have this little growth trajectory chart. I have a niche leaderboard here. And now I even have an AI companion chat trained on all of this data, whose sole purpose is purely to help me grow my channel. And so stop paying for subscriptions, guys. This video didn't show you that you can go cancel all of those subscriptions and build your own instead. I don't know what will. But thank you so much for joining me in this video. I hope you got value out of it. Just a reminder, if you click the link down in the description below, I put together an entire free guide showing you how to do all of this step by step in depth. So just go click that link and I'll send it to you for free. But once again, thank you so much for joining me in today's video. I hope you got value out of it. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing down below. I'm making plenty more AI coding and Claude Code content to come. But thank you again, and I'll see you in the next one.